I like to empower my clients. So I teach my clients a lot of self-hypnosis techniques, though I don't do ritualistic self-hypnosis. I don't do much ritualistic hypnosis. Nothing wrong with it. I'm just telling you what I do. So I don't do a lot of, you got to put yourself in a place where you can relax and do hypnosis. I teach my clients to use hypnosis on the spot when they're making decisions and redirect their attention and use it in the real world. So I also get a lot of my information from things outside the hypnosis world. Some of my best techniques I got from Tara Brach in the Buddhist book Radical Acceptance. I've gotten techniques from all over the place. This particular technique that I want to share with you tonight, I got from a meme on Facebook. And the meme intrigued me so much, I said, I'm going to turn that into a technique and see how well it works. So I want you to play along with me now, and let's find out how well it works, if you don't mind. Anybody here have any worries? Okay, you don't have to share your worries with us, but if you have worries every now and then, I would like to share with you that worry is our most useless emotion. It is a misuse of your imagination because worry is just imagining something that hasn't happened yet. And since you're really good at imagining things that haven't happened yet, you can imagine all sorts of things that haven't happened yet. But worry is imagining the worst case scenario. So I wonder what might happen if you imagine the best case scenario instead. Well, that is the fastest way to alleviate worry, is to recognize that you're doing it using your imagination and saying, well, since I'm here, I might as well imagine the opposite or the other thing instead. Boy, isn't that cool? And when you train yourself to do that, it becomes instant. Sometimes, though, it takes a little training. Sometimes it takes a little ritual. So let's apply a little ritual to this. Let me share my screen. So this is my meme technique. The meme was basically fold your worries into paper planes and turn them into flying fox. I thought that was funny. It made me laugh. I think laughter is the best medicine. So it made me laugh, and I thought, well, wait a minute. If we can laugh about our worries, maybe we can do something about it. So if you don't mind, if you have a piece of paper, I'd love for you to take a piece of paper. It can be a little piece of paper. It can be a Post-it note. It can be anything. By the way, I'm giving this, I had these printed up, and I'm giving these away in the swag bag at Mid-America as a little self-hypnosis technique. So on one side, it's got the meme, fold your worries into paper planes and turn them into flying fox. And on the other side, you've got a paper plane drawing or outline. So on a side of piece of paper, just write your worries. Write your worries down. I'll give you a couple of minutes to do that. If you're not worried about anything, maybe you want to let go of a limiting belief. Write that there. Just write your worries down. And I will kind of patter back here. I was so interested to watch the gallery. As I sat here, paused to see if anybody would look up. And several of you looked up. What's going on? What am I missing? That is the importance of a pause in hypnosis once in a while. It brings attention back. But I'm going to pause or patter. The patter helps your client remember that you were there, that you were still connected. So I'm pattering just to give you time to write down those worries. And right now I can see, and I'm not trying to apply pressure to Jen Pet, but I can see Jen. And so when I see her look up as if she's finished writing down her worries, we'll move along. Thank you, Jen. I didn't mean to put any pressure on you. And I said I would give you a couple of minutes. But the whole goal is to write it down here. And now let's take that piece of paper and fold it into a paper plane. All you have to do is fold it in half down the center. Take the top corner, fold it down to the middle. Take the top left corner and fold it down to the middle. So that you got your paper looking like this. Fold it together. And then take this outside edge and fold it over so that it looks like that. Now we're making the wings of the plane. Now that you have your plane ready to fly, you can be as fancy about this plane as you would like to. But now that you have your plane ready to fly, just take that old thing and turn it into a flying fuck and release it. Just let it go. Right at me, Connie. Thank you. I love that. So I'd really be interested in hearing some feedback on that. I'd like some feedback on how well that worked for you, and then I'm going to break it down and unpack it a little bit. Anybody want to share?
It felt really releasing. Yep. Straight away, as soon as I threw it, something dropped off my shoulder, both shoulders.
Isn't that interesting? As soon as you threw it, something dropped off of your shoulders. Now, let me ask you, Trudy, was that hypnosis?
I've worked with Connie a lot.
You've worked with Connie a lot, so you're going to say, yes, that is hypnosis. Yes, I would say that is hypnosis. Not everybody believes that that is hypnosis. Trudy, thank you very much. I'm so thrilled that that worked well for you. Anybody else have something you want to share about that? Yes, Shelley.
I noticed it before you even did anything, just the picture of it. I could picture instantly, and I just, okay, I'm done. All those things on my list kind of dropped away.
So you didn't even need the paper,
No,
just the imagination.
just the idea of it.
And isn't that interesting?
Go figure.
Go figure. We are always using our imaginations. We are always practicing self-hypnosis every moment of every day. Everything we tell ourselves is self-hypnosis, whether you count yourself into it or not. If we say that we can, we can. And if we say we can't, we're also right about that, which whatever you tell yourself will come true. Whatever you tell yourself about the outcome of an event may or may not come true, but if you worry persistently about it, you are just exercising your imagination. And if we want to really get down into some hypnosis certification talk, you're positively hallucinating things that haven't happened, right? That's positive hallucination. You're making up something that doesn't exist and creating a picture out of it, making it real. So that's deep hypnosis. That's positive hallucination, using the imagination to create something. The moment you recognize that you are using your imagination, that is the moment that you have an opportunity to use it in an entirely different way. That is the moment you have the opportunity to say, wait a minute, as long as I'm making shit up, how about if I make this stuff up over here? Right? As long as I'm making stuff up, why don't I make up something else? And if that doesn't work, the reason the paper works, let's break that down a little bit, and what makes that technique useful is because when we take the thought and write it down on paper, figuratively, and maybe literally too, we're taking it out of our mind and putting it in front of us. That's placing us into an observer position rather than a first position. So we're taking the thought out of our head, putting it in front of us where we can observe it. That changes perceptual position inherently. We're looking at it and observing it. That gives us distance. We're now dissociated from that element. And the act of writing it down on the paper uses a different part of the brain than the act of thinking about it. So we're also incorporating other parts of the brain into this thinking process, opening up the brain to more possibilities. Once we get it written down, and then we have the rest of the trick to do, the rest of the technique, the rest of the ritual, now we're folding the paper. Now we're folding the lines, and it takes some concentration. It takes some focus to fold that into a plane. It doesn't take a lot of intense concentration, but it takes some focus. And since we can't possibly focus on two things at the same time, our brain is capable of focusing on one thing at a time. That act of doing something is a kinesthetic body movement, and it's an act of doing something. And so it takes away much of it, puts the focus there and takes the focus entirely off of what we were worrying about or thinking about it. Then we pick it up and we toss it away. The release, a figurative release, letting it go. And all of those figurative elements make pictures in the brain and go along with the imagination that we're already having. Michael, it seems as if you're wanting to say something, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
I mean, in addition to everything that you know was lovely about it, I wonder if it occurs to you, and it probably does because you're such a sharp lady, that the activity of the ritual, the making the airplane and the folding it away, is a series of anchors that I haven't actually collapsed since I was a child playing with paper airplanes, and it's completely associated with all sorts of wonderful things as well. So how nice to have that in there, just in that way as
You
well.
know, we can do all sorts of things. We can write something down and tear it up. You can set fire to it. There are fire rituals. There are all sorts of things. Those rituals, whether it's long and drawn out or short and sweet, work to release, to do something. It gives you a task. It occupies the conscious mind so the subconscious mind can clear out or do something else. It's a wonderful little thing. So I like it because it's fun, it's quick. Many times it elicits a laugh, and the laughter is a great way to release or to change your mind or to do anything else. And when I can involve a little bit of artistry, I want to hear from my friend Jacob. He is a master of artwork. I want to know what you think about that, Jacob. Tell me what you think about it.
Karen, I thought it was wonderful. I wanted to share. I think that the the structure of the activity, making a paper airplane, which was so familiar, allowed me to write down the worries, like to acknowledge subconscious worries that, I've been putting energy into, but I haven't really acknowledged before. And it was so easy to write them because they were going to get folded up into a paper airplane. Like it was part of a game. But I think that the structure of it made something that would be, I think, scary for me, scary for a client to confront all of their worries was so easy. It was so nice.
Kind of thing that I like to do with clients that gives them an activity to do. And the way I hypnotize a client when I do that, my induction is very simple. Play a game with me. That is the entire induction. Play a game with me. And once that suggestion to play a game with me is accepted, the conscious mind gets out of the way. The playful imagination can come into play. And oh, yeah, I can do that. Let's play. It becomes playful and fun, and hypnosis ensues.